New Year, still the same old Motorsports Almanac. What's going on, everybody? Little impromptu Friday night live coming at you here, 5:30 Central Time on the Central Time Zone, and Eastern Time, you're 6:30. Know a lot of pullers are going on in Lexington, Kentucky right now, getting ready to go for tonight's session. They had a great session last night, but Jonathan, we've been talking about it amongst ourselves here for what, the last 2, 3, 4 weeks at least.
And we've been looking, every day.
Yeah, just chomping at the bit to see who's going to be at the National Farm Machinery Show this year. And we have finally got it here, and we are going to break it all down for you guys. It's great to see and hear everybody again, hear from everybody. And don't forget, next Wednesday, we've got an announcement to make at the Midwest Winter Nationals. We're going to be live on location for our first ever show that is taking place somewhere besides my house. So that's going to be a lot of fun, and cannot wait to see everybody next week. The weather is going to hold up. We're going to be fine. So.
Oh, is that you telling yourself positively?
No, we'll be fine. If we made it through last year, we're going to make it through this year fine. It ain't going to be no problem.
Only thing you're going to worry about is the cold, but it'll be all right.
No, last year was cold. I'll tell you now, it was cold.
I'm going to have to bear with me here. I'm a little bit under the weather, but we'll power through.
Yeah, we'll get you going here. So, modified 4x4s. This class was not our strongest one that we've ever had, for sure. But Steve Clem, everybody knows that truck. Kentucky native, the radical Ben Ellis Jr., Benjamin. Really excited to see them. Rob Foster. Interesting to see Foster Child / Simply Red. I don't know if that means that it's gotten renamed, if it's got a new body, or both. But that's the first time I've seen that.
I was curious about that myself. I didn't know if you actually knew anything about it.
Yeah, no, we hadn't heard anything. But that means
it
comes to farm show.
One of those things we see it and then we'll know.
Yeah, exactly. Either way, here, let's keep rolling on through. Justin Grace, just in time. He had a great season this year. Charlie Hines, Will Hitchcock, Lisa Peterson. It's been a long time since we've had a Peterson running full drive at Farm Show, I think.
Let's see. I don't even know how long it's been.
I don't either. It's been a while. I know that Dustin Ritter, Stroker Ace, that is a outlaw truck.
Okay.
He had a pretty good year. We're going to go in 3 back-to-back outlaws. Ryan Thornton, Backdraft, Murray Thornton, and Thumper. Graham Young and Renegades going back again. And then rule number 19 going to be making its return to Farm Show this year.
No surprise there.
Yeah. Get into kind of our bread and butter here with this next class, the Super Farm on Wednesday night. Man, I would not want to pull in either one of these classes on Wednesday night. I think that's a fact.
And the fact of it is, none of these names surprise me.
No, not at all. Clint Brown, holy smokes. So that is Steve Yeage's tractor. Clint's just going to drive it this time. Steve drove it there last year. Lee Butts, press on. No stranger to the National Farm Machinery Show at all.
Nope.
NTPA, Matt Casey. I don't think anybody was shocked that he's in here. I mean, the season that he had on Region 2 and Region 6 and then Bowling Green. I mean,
made it to the finals last year.
Yeah.
With the shield popping up and still landing back down and staying on the tractor.
Was that the one that did it?
Yep.
Yeah. Wayne Lamore, Fear the Deer, finished up 8th in NTPA points this year. It's been a couple of years since he's been in the National Farm Machinery Show too, actually, I believe.
Not sure.
Let me see here. Jeff Martine, the Hustler, strong Region 3 tractor. Wyatt would know more about that one. Wyatt is unfortunately busy tonight, but we wanted to go ahead and get this out here for you guys. Brad McFarland, Untamed, a tough run John Deere that is going to be at Midwest Winter Nationals next week. He won the USA East points In the combined class they have up there, Jeremy Roberts, Wicked Whitetail.
No stranger.
Yeah, obviously a veteran to the National Farm Machinery Show. Didn't have the year he won with Pro Pulling League, but he's gonna be coming for everybody's head this year, I think.
Few bugs, I think they had to get worked out.
Yeah, Andy Scholl, Red Resurrection, ECI champion up there by Wyatt. He had a really good year, picked up quite a few wins. And this tractor, it don't run the Grand National Tour all the time, but whenever it makes appearances in places like Toma and Rockwell, everybody's still kind of like weary of him. Like, okay, he's here. Have to respect it a little bit. Michael Snepp, Thunderstorm, another veteran with PPL this year, where he ran. Russ Vandergriff, Green Fever, Mid-South representation showing up there a little bit.
Yeah, two of them actually.
Yeah, David Whalen, Malai's Excuse. I mean, you can't have Superform without Dave there, honestly. No. And then, Brad Woods, Thunderstruck out of Tennessee, your Pro Pulling League points champion in his rookie season on the Champions Tour. So not many people can say that they've done that. That's for a fact.
It was very interesting to see him run with PPL as much as he did too, honestly.
Yeah, I know, especially having to go to all these different places for the first time. And
yeah, because, he's been very heavy just sticking with Mid-South and then the occasional tour hook.
Yeah,
but exactly. he stuck with it this year.
Yeah. Let's get into these mods. Let's see here. Everybody knows Brett Berg, the Rinksies moneymaker. Lane Bollinger getting the nod in the money pit this time. Steve turned over the reins to Lane this time. Comeback story of the year. Steve Bunnage takes a licking after having to take last year off after his arm injury. Good to see that modified back in. Vern, I want to say it's Huser. I've honestly never laid eyes on this one in person before. I know it runs Outlaws with our other outlaw down here, Cameron Neves. But I don't know much about this one.
I don't either.
Bill Leishner, Dirt Slinger, obviously going to be there.
Yep.
He was NTPA champ this year, right?
Yeah. I think so. But again, he's no stranger.
Yeah. Cameron Neves ended up second last year in the finals for the farm show. Tommy Owens with Ramblin' Rose. This is a fun one for me because they're a rookie to this class, but they're not a rookie of the farm show. Russell Phipps and Hush Money. So they've been running two engines all year long on ITPA tour. And they are definitely going to be putting on the third one for the National Farm Machinery Show. So we'll see how they adapt there because that's going to be new ground. They have never won. They've never ran three engines on it. Wyatt is here. He's at least listening and watching. Leishner was NTPA. Simon was PPL. So Ricky Rose, Giddy Up, Brandon Simon, PPL champ, Wayne Sullivan. You can't have modifieds without Wayne Sullivan there.
No.
And then Doug Theobald and the Wicked, full-blown Wicked. Let's get into some pro stock, shall we?
The big boys.
Yeah, and Wednesday night is locked and loaded with a bunch of good tractors. Tim Kane, Red Gambler, had a fantastic year on the NTPA side of things. Interestingly enough, bolting on the 5-inch Charger next weekend, taking off the intercooler, going to run with the 5.0 Pros there in Cloverdale, Indiana, being so close to home. I have been told it's a one-time deal, but we'll see how it does.
I'd say it's still very interesting to see.
Yeah, because I mean, you look and you know how hard it runs in the summertime and everything. You almost don't know. I don't know what to expect out of it with it having the smaller Charger on it.
It's kind of one of those things. It's a gamble, really.
Yeah. Brandon Coates feeling the fire. Won the Badger State Pro Stocks. That dude drew first hook this year more than anybody. And almost every pull he went to was kind of crazy. He had a great year though. Carlton Cope, the Warpath. It seems like Warpath is back to doing Warpath things based off what he did this summer, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, yeah. It seemed like to me for the last few years he had kind of slowed down a little bit, and then he's back up in the front runners now.
Yes, he is. And actually, I had him slated to run Saturday afternoon because every year for like the last,
that's where he's been,
5 or
really.
6. Yeah, I mean, I was not expecting him to be on Wednesday, but he's gonna have a tough path with old Wednesday night Tinker Toy, and they're driven by Daryl again this year.
Another PPL points champion for Tinker Toy.
Yeah, and you best believe after last year they're going to be coming for everybody, because I don't think River Rat or Tinker Toy either one made it to the finals last year. Off my head,
I've slept since then.
Yeah, me too. Russell Hildenbrand, Loose Cannon. He ran a little bit everywhere this year. He ran some USAEs. He ran OSTPA. He ran wherever he kind of wanted to. Still getting that engine program figured out for that machine.
He's still one to watch out for.
Yeah, Conley Medding and Bullwagon. He's getting more hooks underneath his belt all the time. Yeah. He's getting better with every single pass, and it's starting to show. Brett Meyer, Injected Funds, kind of a heavy favorite going in, I would venture to say.
I would definitely say so, yes.
Yeah, but now this next one, I am really excited to see this tractor return back. The Cruisin' Mule is finally making its return to the pulling dirt, and honestly, no better place for this one to return than Freedom Hall. After that, we have got Grayson Shelton, Cutting Edge Pro 1206, laid down a massive pass, and Benson with their pros whenever I saw them, and just that's another one that's coming along.
I was going to say they've really gotten more used to the pros now. I mean, when you got into it, you didn't know what to expect, and now that they've kind of dove head first into that side of things. I mean, you not only have one from them, but two now. They're getting it dialed in.
Yeah, exactly. After that, Mickey Shorter, Buck Eater 2, and then gonna finish it off with Craig Wildman, Die Hard Deer for your Wednesday night pros. Let's see what we got here. The fact you said Meyer heavy favorite over Tinker Toy on a Wednesday is like blasphemy. I said, I mean, he's got to be a favorite. I mean, he won it, right?
Yeah, definitely. It's kind of one of those things. Second place might be guaranteed.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's get into these super farms on Thursday. And you want to talk about a gauntlet. Here we go.
That's exactly what it is.
Ryan Anderson checking out. Enough said there by itself.
Yeah.
NTPA champ. Sean Boyd, Screaming Norwegian. More Mid-South representation, Russell DeBerry and the Ridge Runner.
Yeah. I think it's really good to see a bunch of these Mid-South boys getting in up here.
Yeah, I'm really excited for him to make his debut there. He held the points lead for a lot of the summer, and then towards the end of the year just had a couple of bad draws, unfortunately. Yeah. So Casey Fritz, Twisted Deer, he was right behind Woodsy most of the summer.
He don't play around.
No, you don't. This next one I have never seen, but Wyatt has told me a little bit about. Brian Gunderson and Gunsmoke. PI Points Champ, which is an association there in Wisconsin. I'm not really sure what to expect out of this thing. I'll be 100% honest. I don't know. I've never laid eyes on it. I've never seen it run, even on YouTube.
I was going to say, if you haven't, then I haven't.
Yeah. Man, the hits just keep coming. Josh Miley, High Maintenance. Eddie Rowe, Redweiser. They've been put on a show the last couple of years there.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah.
Were they not the ones buried it?
Yeah, they tore up the steering and pins and all that fun stuff. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Gary Shavink making his return to the farm show with new attitude. Tony Seitzma, Wolverine Deer. Tyler Schlama getting the nod with Fast and Furious. And another one we haven't seen in farm show in a little while, Jay Smith back. Bleeding Green. Good to see him back. It's been a few years, I think, since we've seen him. And Kevin Vanderweer, 44 Special, reloaded, coming into us from New York. That's the really bright green tractor.
Yeah.
The really, really bright green tractor.
You can't miss it.
No. Let's go two-wheel drive pull. And then this one, there's a couple of them on here I don't know anything about. Irv Clark, Wildside. I know he runs up in Pennsylvania. Yeah. I've seen the truck on YouTube every once in a while. He runs with the USA East. And then Barbara Cochran, I'm going to say, with the Walk the Line. That truck is out of Canada.
It's out of where?
It was a points champion up there.
It's out of where?
Canada.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Craig Corzine, rekindled, ITPA points champ. John Hunt and Taz ran the full NTPA circuit this year. Brandon Lee, Wild and Blue, of the Carolina boys. Donald Nelson, Whippet, Outlaw Truck. Cameron Pashaw, High Cotton. There's another one from there. Jesse Petro, Buckeye Holler. You can't talk about two-wheel drives without a Petro.
Exactly. And from what I'm seeing
or
here,
Sullivan.
He finished third. Jesse finished third in Grand National this year.
Okay. Yeah, Donnie Sullivan, Big Stick.
He
just ran last night at Lexington, I think.
Did he?
Yeah, trying to make sure everything's dialed in. Did you see Evan Anderson won two-wheel drive last night?
I did.
Yeah, that was cool to see. Lisa Tatum, Part City Auto Parts truck. So the story with that one, she struggled a little bit at the beginning of the season, but it seems like once she came to Hoptown and won and got a good win underneath her belt, she had a lot better of a time throughout the rest of the summer.
Yeah.
So
it was just getting her back. That hump.
Yeah. Will Teasley, Apex, Mid-South Points champion, and then Kyle Timmerman, Hot and Nasty. I think he was Badger State champ.
I'm not sure. That's a Wyatt question.
Yeah, I'm almost confident he was, because I remember whenever we were going through the list, we were talking about who all we thought applied and all that stuff. Yeah. And he was one that hadn't in the past, and all of a sudden this year he did. So keep him rolling here. Guy who's actually been on the show before, Nick Audette, Utter Obsession. I think that was the one that was NYTPA champion this year.
Yeah.
I think it was that one. George Bear, Side Piece. That tractor had a really good summer with the Outlaws. Josh Dutton, Time 4, One More. You're going to want to remember that name this coming week. For sure. John Coots, Digging Deer, no stranger to farm show. Hard Badger State runner. Now, this one here's an interesting one, because this is a National Farm Machinery Show rookie, Colby Lane. He calls it the Bad. So this tractor was actually an older pro stock back in the day.
Okay.
And this was his first year out with it. Had some success with it. I'll be curious to see what the experience factor is going to be indoors for him. So we'll see. Chris Lear, Badger Deer. They suffered some breakage in the early part of the summer, but they came back out towards the end of the year. And then Stephen Long, Plow Tractor 4.1. We know that one like the back of our hand.
Yeah, I mean, Mid-South points runner-up. He was there last year. Was last year his farm show debut?
Yes, it was. So I'd imagine he's got some notes, and he's going to be coming back and making a big impact again this year. The one below that, this is the wild card out of this group for me. Actually, one of two, if not three. Keith Myers and Weezer. This is the chrome wrapped tractor.
Yes. And he was.
This was his first full season in 4-1.
Yep. PPL points runner up.
Yeah. And this thing runs and runs hard. And he's going to compete at Midwest Winter Nationals next week. So at least Farm Show won't be the, oh boy, here we go moment.
Yeah. He'll have something to go off of.
Yeah. Get some data and figure out what he's got to do, see how everything reacts indoors. But if he has everything figured out correctly, that is by far my
one of your favorites.
Wild card for me. Yeah. Jacob Old, the Pro Harvest tractor. We know Jacob. He was supposed to be coming next weekend, but he's waiting on some parts. So hopefully everything falls into place for him to be able to go to Farm Show. I'm sure it will. Lane Polson, Life in the Fast Lane. He finished, I think it was 11th in outlaw points this year, if I read it right.
Yes.
I don't know what to expect out of him just because I haven't seen him drive yet.
I've seen a few videos on Facebook. Actually, it looks like he was doing pretty well. Yeah. I think he got more of the hang of it towards the end of the season.
Yeah. Now this next one, Bryce Rickliffs. He ran ECI 4-1 this year and was a points champion there. I'll be curious to see how this one does. That's another wild card for me. And then Jared Wortman, Goliath. I believe he was the Silver Series points champion this year. He's making his debut at the National Farm Machinery Show this year.
Okay, that's kind of what I thought.
Yeah, I'm excited for all of these guys to be making their debut because, I mean, just the time I got to spend out there in the Midwest a little bit more this past summer, I mean, it was a lot of fun. Oh, no, I messed up.
Go down. There you go.
That ad direction, right? Got a debut, and I think there's a return in this one, too. Yeah, no. There's just a debut. Tim Brinkmeyer, Fuel's Pleasure, name that's been around for how long in the pro stock world?
Forever.
Yeah, I saw the debate going on Pull Off today around that tractor about what engine it runs in it, and that's only for them to tell if they want to tell it. Greg Elsing, the T8 Tomcat, he's had success there at the farm show before.
Yeah, and a turbo. Yeah, no, definitely scared us. We were up close and personal with that.
Yeah. Here's the debut that it's going to be an anticipated debut. Yeah, there is a return. Okay, there it is. I can remember if he was pulling on Thursday or Friday. Dustin Hart, Beyond Limits. They've taken off a couple of years just because they've been that busy and everything, I'm sure.
Yeah, but it's very, very good to see him back.
Yeah, good to see another Massey Ferguson making a return.
Don't forget about what powers it.
Yeah, exactly. Massey Ferguson sheet metal, though, man. Like, come on. Yeah, now, this one right here, this one does the childhood part of me pretty good. Lucian Coolers, straight out line, Kloss Pro Stock. I remember whenever I was 9 years old, 10 years old, him and Philip Parrish battling out in pull-offs. I think it was back-to-back years, actually.
Yeah.
At the National Farm Machinery Show, and he hasn't pulled there, and I think it's been a decade, I know. If not more.
Yeah, at least. So they've really pulled them out of the barns for this one.
Yeah, I'm excited to see him run again. Hopefully I get the chance to catch up with him there. John Ling, Revelation Pro out of Texas. Beautiful 88. Clint Medding, Bulletproof Buck. He's gonna be running a little bit of momentum coming into this show because Nashville, Illinois, he picked up his first Champions Tour win.
Yeah, I was about to say they've got a typo there. We went from meeting on Wednesday night to meeting. Now. Yeah.
Yeah. Peter Norden, Money on Black, Julia Ray, Mac Daddy, Kevin Schmucker, Get Her Done, Deer, Reese Shelton, Cutting Down. That's the one that's the one that had the dang near 40-mile-an-hour pass whenever I was in Carolina. And then always a tough one, Brandon Simon. Loud and heavy.
Was Cutting Down the first pro that they had, or?
Yes.
I thought so.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. It was the one that hit the track first, anyway.
Yeah, hit the track first. Yeah, but of course we can't overlook Mr. Simon.
Oh no,
one of many pros.
So I'm gonna put you on the spot. Who you going with in this class?
Honestly, it's kind of a toss up, but I'm gonna lean towards Loudon Heavy.
Really?
Pretty cut and dry. But if you want to go with the second one, then we'd probably have to throw in Beyond Limits, because I think he's going to come in here with something to prove. And he's no stranger to the setting, no stranger to the track. He's got the data already. He knows what to do.
I think you forget the other name that's in here, though, and what she did in the preliminary last year, Julia Ray.
No, I'm not overlooking Julia whatsoever. That's my two.
I gotcha. Yeah. Now let's move on to Friday night, because Friday night's going to be a lot of fun. Here we go. Tyler Audette and Purebred Red. That should be Barker and Rhapsody.
Yeah.
That was the blue one that kind of, I don't want to say it shocked us, just because the year before I think they had some bad luck, so we didn't really know what to expect. But man, they laid down a pass in their preliminary last year and had a great showing. Steve Baalsma,
Special edition,
Nebraska Bush points champion this year. Colby Counts, Dixie Deer. We know that one all too well. We know what he's capable of.
Another
that tractor has been down the farm show track more than any tractor there.
Yep.
Ever. Adrian Cox, Hickory Hooker, Western Series 4-1 champion, Jerry Martin, John Deere 50-20. He was Region 2 champion, and he was OSCPA runner-up. Tony McDonald, well spent. I can't remember where he finished in Badger State points. He was high up there. I think he might have been either first or second. I can't remember which one. David Novak, the Mean Farmer. He was your outlaw champion. Darren Ratterman, Full Bore, making their return to the show floor. He was a runner-up in ITPA points this year. And then Doug Ruth, Ruthless Binder. I believe that's Excalibur. And then Randy Stuckenschneider in the Family Feud. Good to see the Stuckenschneiders getting their shot after winning the Excalibur title this year. Scroll on here to our two-wheelers. Mindy Brown, Lil Whip, Chase Carey from the TNT group, Monkey Business, Dustin Corliss, Texas Bullseye. Now, this one I've never laid eyes on. Mark Dempsey, Sticker Shock. I think that's your Texas Truck and Tractor Pullers group, I think.
Probably. It's kind of one of those things I hate to agree or disagree with you, but neither one of us are really that sure.
Yeah, exactly. Wesley Foster, Barbwire.
Good to see him back.
Yeah, he was in the top 5 in points this year. He just had twin girls not too long ago.
Yeah, no, you're right. And then let's see, what was it? He wasn't there he wasn't at the farm show last year, but I believe he was there in 23.
Yeah, I think he took it kind of personally, and he showed why this summer. He did really well on the NCPA Grand National Tour.
Yep.
Chad Mayhill, P5. That was his, I don't remember which one that would have been. I think that would have been his regional truck, I think. Tim Messer, Invisalign. Richard Morris, Buffalo's Chips. I believe that's your outlaw points champion. Chase Richardson, Suffer Insanity, NCPA points champion, and boy, did he have a year. Joe Schoeneman, that is another one of Mayhill's trucks with Joe in the seat.
Okay.
Your PPL points champion, Jason Sullivan, and the Corn Burner, and then Mikey White and the Addiction truck. Who you like out of this one? And you can't pick Foster just because he lives close.
No, if you want to know the truth, I was leaning towards Chase.
Were you?
Yeah, I mean, he had a heck of a season.
Yeah, which means I've got to pick somebody different now just to be different from you.
Correct.
Oh, screw it. Give me Jason Sullivan, corn burner.
Fair enough.
I like that one. He had a good year, man. All right, let's go duel the fuels. This is the one class we went perfect in.
I know this. It's pretty cut and dry.
Yeah, I mean, just either way, just doing it as a whole, it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
Kicking off, Stan Blagrave, Red Horse, or no, Terry Blackburn, extremely armed and dangerous. My bad.
No stranger there again. Diehard Benson.
Yeah, Steve Burge, Lock and Load, Cody Cheezick on the 6-cylinder, Armed and Dangerous HD, Neil Gettinger, Lessons Learned. I'm willing to bet that's going to be a newer setup because of them hurting the block at the end of the year.
Yeah.
The man who is on kill all the time, Jeff Hurt, running Bear.
Mr. Mayhem.
Jeff Hotham, fully loaded. He had a really nice season.
He did, honestly.
A really nice season. Then you got, brother Brandon, Living a Dream. I think he was 6th in the NTPA Grand National points this year.
Yeah.
Ran it more than he has the last couple of years, which I was really happy to see.
It was good to see him get it out a little bit more.
Yeah. Kent Payne, Super Rooster, Jody Ross. Oh, Jody's on triple bypass.
I didn't notice that, honestly.
Oh.
That's a twist. I did not notice that when I was looking at the list today.
Me either.
Just kind of assumed, you seen triple bypass.
Didn't really no, I mean, just my mind automatically just it went to Colin, but
it's very interesting.
Yeah, that threw me for a loop there. I'm not even gonna lie about it. And then Travis Schlabach, Bone Twister, and John Strickland and Galat.
Yeah.
No, I didn't see that coming.
No, we didn't. Luckily for us, we named tractors, not drivers.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, now if we want to get that specific.
You're talking about a gauntlet. This right here is your gauntlet.
Yeah, now this is my favorite class of pros for the week right here.
Another heavy Friday night lineup.
No, it's awesome though. Got Denny Brown, Green with Envy, Mike Connie, Mac Nasty, Travis Coons, Trailblazer. Really curious to see what that thing does on Friday night in Freedom Hall this year after what he did this year and how well he did.
Yeah, I'm kind of scared for him if you want to know the truth.
Yeah, I guess this kind of puts the rumors to bed too that thing was for sale at one point.
It doesn't necessarily put it to bed.
I think it does.
Just as long as it doesn't blow it up.
If it didn't sell after Nashville, unless they have a deal worked out.
Yeah, they very well could.
Hopefully we get the story there. Let's see here. Kevin Masterson, River Rat, Chance McGrath, and Last Chance number 2. I don't want to say you want to talk about the shock. I don't feel like shock's the right word, but the massive gain that he had this year on the NTPA side of things and how the power showed. He had a great year. And we got Rhett Parrish, El Nino. This is going to be the interesting one for me. Camille Shelton and the IH 650. So now you see the 650. You automatically think, well, we haven't seen this one before, but you have. This is Harmon's old pro stock.
Okay.
They got it out for Bowling Green, had some clutch issues. They couldn't get totally figured out, I don't think. And hopefully everything's run smooth here for and making her pro. I think this is going to be her farm show debut as an entirety, actually.
It should not wait.
Yeah. No, you can't count the drug show.
Well,
not with the mini rods.
You're right. Farm show, yeah. Freedom Hall, no. Farm show, yes.
Yeah. Braden Schromick, Youngblood, that thing was
he had it
here most of the summer.
Yeah, I was about to say he had it dialed in this summer.
Yeah. Jason Savanovic, Bootlegger, Tim Vorwald, Industrial Force, and then we're going to finish it out with Jack Wishmeyer and Barely Getting By.
The gauntlet.
Yeah. All right, let's go Saturday afternoon pulling. And we're going to start off with a name that we both know already, Caroline Armstead, Dixie Ram 3.6 diesel truck from the Mid-South Group.
Hopefully they get it figured out this year. You know, I don't even think she got off the line last year. It looked like they had some boost issues.
Yes, if I know where she comes from, she's going to have something figured out this year.
Yeah, I mean, it just looked like it wasn't building and holding the boost like they wanted it to. I mean, you're going to a completely different setup.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Dustin, I want to say Beeler, the Digging Deep truck. That is an OSTPA truck. With the Digging Deep, JJ Brumby and the rumor. That's interesting. Wait, when did he get added?
I was going to say, I don't think I recognize this one, if you want to know the truth.
No, I know this one. But now, whose spot did he take? It's because there's Crowder, there's Hazley. I don't know. I'm going to have to look at this one closer whenever we get done. Because, oh, I know who it is. It's Caretaker. That's who's not on here. So we still had our percentage right. We just had the wrong truck subbed in. Okay. Yeah, JJ Brumby and the rumor. I thought that truck had sold. I don't know if this is a new truck. I don't know. I thought he was done with diesel truck pulling, to be honest.
Apparently not.
Crowder, Diesel, and Van Hazley and Trent Ingram, all household names. Trenton Ingram's going to be making his farm show debut, but Kent Crowder and Van Hazley, man, they've been there from the beginning.
I was about to say, it's usually Brady that pulls, isn't it? Is that his name, Brady? I think.
Yeah, Brady's going to be doing the crew chores this time.
Yeah.
Jane Littman, something to prove. She had herself a nice little season this year. Really showed out at Bowling Green the first day, and unfortunately, that clutch being a little too hot for the pull off. Yeah. Jordan, Hannah Medley, Chase Eller. What about Chase Eller?
Is he saying that's whose spot?
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, Wyatt Tripp. Yeah, Tripp Hazley is supposed to be behind the wheel of Rock Hard Ram. We'll get more about that as time gets closer. Calvin Miller running in the red. Keith Witt and American Pride. And then Jeremy Yeager and Pipe Dream. And I believe that was your interleague pull-off winner this year.
I think so.
All right. Let's go to our kind of favorite class whenever we're not, around all the time, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, let's go. Andy Cartwright, gray area, Badger State Points champion. Alan Cook, Black Thunder, no stranger to Farm Show. I believe he is your Region 3 champion this year. Matt Dirksen, Unchained, kind of the surprise of the Farm Show season last year, just because nobody knew anything about him going into last year, and they came out second. Greg Farringer, Smokin' John. He was second with USA East this year. Corey Frank, High Standards, rookie season, and rookie all the way around to indoor pulling. He'll be running next week with the High Standards ride. Now this next one, I've never seen it. Never heard of it, but I know the name behind the wheel. Eddie Ocker, Bull Ride. He is on the lineup sheet for Cloverdale next week and the Mod Turbo Super Farm combo. So that leads me to believe that this is an A-pump tractor. So I don't know if they'll bolt on the P-pump for this one or what they will do that week.
Be interesting to see.
Yeah, that tractor. I think that's a Forester Camp tractor. I think, if I had to guess, but we'll see. Mike Palmer, Red Avenger, Hoosier State points champion. I want to say David Reef, Red Exception, Indiana Pulling League points champion. Luke Ross, Living on a Prayer, Western Series points champion. Matt Smith, Fast Forward. Your Silver Series points champion, Jordan Stroud, Never Enough. He was a Region 2. I can't remember if he's East or West champion. He was a Region 2 champ. And then making his farm show debut, Mike Weekland, just hooking up. USA East points champ. So
got a heck of a lineup.
Yeah, I kind of have a suspicion of where my pick's going to go, but I'll let you go ahead.
That's one of those you can toss a quarter up in the air and see what it lands on.
Yeah.
Which I love those classes, really.
Yeah.
I don't know, honestly. You can go first on this one.
Give me Fast Forward this time.
Okay, fair enough.
Either him or Black Thunder. I don't know which.
Well, I was leaning towards Black Thunder or, even High Standards.
Can we just talk about how many times and how close Allen has been to getting the farm show win? I mean, he's been second, he's been third.
I believe he was one of our picks last year.
Yeah, he was. I think Wyatt took him last year, and he got close. I think that he was in was it a two-way pull-off last year? Yeah.
Yeah.
Two-way. And you see last year's champions not there this time. So we're guaranteed a brand new light pro champ. All right, let's go light supers.
Another guy. Right.
Yeah. Terry Blackburn and Cody Cheezick, your first two. Martin Daniel, Over the Edge.
PPL points champ.
That's the PPL champion one. Kevin Esri, Evening Thunder. Mid-South points champion, David Esteb. $8, Alki Edition. Bobby Jones, Field Sobriety. Daniel Northcutt. Brandon edge. Phillips, Light and Loud, and I am calling it now. That's my pick right there.
Really?
Yeah. That thing, he's getting it figured out.
He made a heck of a pass last year too.
I know, but this summer, getting to spend a little bit of time with them at Bowling Green and the adjustments that they've made to that tractor, they've worked. I mean, it showed.
Yeah.
Okay, Wyatt, you've said that the last 3 years. Yeah, for our audio listeners, he said Black Thunder. Next question. You've said the last 3 years, broski.
Yeah, so he was the one with it last year.
Yeah. Larry Phillips, Extremely Insane. Always runs well at Farm Show.
Yeah.
Never fails. Brian Schromick and the Red Light Super. He finished up in the Pro Pulling League points. I can't remember how far he was. Adam Spiegelberg, Detonator Black, and Marcus Weddleson, Gunpowder and Lead.
A bunch of these that are no strangers.
No. I'm sticking with my pick, Phillips, on the Light and Loud.
Well, and again, it's the bias, but I'd like to see Martin get another win, and that's with the newer tractor of the two.
I know. All right, this Saturday afternoon Pro Stock list is actually this is gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
because it's loaded.
And a bunch of veterans.
Yeah. 618 Motorsports being represented. Brad Hockstedt. Brand new to the Farm Machinery Show in the Pro Stocks. I don't know if they ever went whenever they were light pros. Matt Holland. Glutton for Punishment, the new 380 new Magnum style grill on this one. He had a rookie season this year, and he learned a lot. Him and I have talked since. John Linder and the Linder brothers. I don't care where you are. You don't count out the Linder brothers.
No, household name there.
I don't care how long it's been. They flexed their muscle on OSCPA a couple of times this year. So we'll see how that turns out. Esden Lemke, New Generation Plus.
You can never count
Josh Martin. Yeah, Josh Martin, Think Green. Robert Pryor, Faster Horses. That is the old Green with Envy out of Canada.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens there. Jason Rowan, the A360. Robbie Russell, Workhorse, running on Saturday afternoon. Danny Schmucker, Rampage, Paul Stone, Roland Stone, and then the other Wishmeyer, Steve Wishmeyer, and Whiskey Wild. I don't know where to feel and who to pick for this one.
Go ahead, say something. I've already got mine, but you go ahead.
I know where you're probably going.
Well, it's a toss-up between two of them, so go ahead.
No, because I know where you're going.
Well, I'm waiting on you.
Give me Linder Brothers.
Okay, well, I'll go Rowan.
Go who?
Jason.
Oh, that is not at all where I thought you were going to go.
And no, really, honestly, I thought about Lemke, but I like.
I thought you were going to the Workhorse. I'll be 100% honest.
No.
I think your bias is playing in just a smidge.
Thank you, Wyatt.
Bias. Location bias.
Well, then what's my excuse?
I don't know.
There you go.
For you, it makes sense.
You're just outnumbered and you're mad. It's okay.
Nah. All right. But y'all, that is the field for the National Farm Machinery Show. We have been waiting, and it is finally here.
It'll be here before you know it. The countdown, I'd say the countdown begins, but it started for us like 6 months ago. So
yeah, no kidding. We started putting our list together, and we can show it now that the list is out. I'll show everybody what our list ended up looking like this. All right, let's see here.
What did we figure out? About 68%?
Yeah, we came out right at 68, 3% lower than last year, but yeah, there's a little bit of red in some areas this time, and there were some that applied that we didn't expect to apply.
Some that didn't get in that I think should have, but that's
we thought story. Would, yeah. Oh yeah, that happens every year though. Every year. Yeah, I'll take the 19 for 24 on the 4-1s though, sir.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah, Wyatt went perfect in the duel of the fuels.
That told you. I mean, it was cut and dry.
Yeah, I went 10 for 12 in light super. So I was happy with that. He got 7 for 10 in mods and 7 for 10. Or no, he was 7 for 12 in mods, 7 for 10 in diesel 4x4s. And then the rest of that, good night.
Yeah.
Yeah, light pro. I have it right here next to me. There's multiple lists that I put together for the National Farm Machinery Show Light Pro class. If I just would have combined the two lists, we would have been fine.
Yeah, well, it's okay.
Yeah. But oh man. But that came out, was it today? It came out early this morning.
Yeah, officially. And then, yesterday we had Wednesday, and then everything but the pro stocks for Thursday, because they had Wednesday nights pro stocks again for Thursday nights, and then this morning everything was dropped.
Yep, and great. Everybody, don't forget Midwest Winter Nationals is coming up next weekend. We know it's going to be cold. We know the forecast beforehand. We will be fine by Wednesday. Everything will run smooth. The parking's not going to be an issue. Tucker's already got everything mapped out and everything. And we can actually fit more tractors in the building here at Cloverdale than you can at Shipshewana. So that won't be a problem. But, man, I look forward to seeing everybody next week. It's going to be a fun time. Kind of been sitting at home a little too long. I'm ready to get back out on the road, get ready to go.
Yeah. Make sure you give Shane a crisp high five every time you see him.
Yeah, definitely do it. I'm fortunate enough to be on the microphone again with Charles and Carl again there at Cloverdale, and Wednesday night's gonna be a lot of fun. We don't tease announcements very often, but this one's gonna be a lot of fun.
It's definitely something different for us.
Well, yeah, and I mean, I'll go ahead and allude a little bit to it. I am going to challenge myself pretty hard for what this is going to be.
But the basis to it is something that it's intriguing.
Oh yeah, and I will tell you guys now, it will not release till after the farm show is over. I will tell you that now. But
you'll
other
know
than that, huh?
They'll know what it is before then.
Oh yeah, you guys will find out what it is this coming Wednesday.
Yeah,
but it won't be released until after the farm show is over. So make sure you guys tune in on Wednesday night, live on location from Cloverdale Varsity Expo. I think the plan is for us to actually be on the track after the test passes are over with the sand pile behind us. So that'll be a lot of fun. You never know who's going to jump in there. I mean, for goodness sakes, Tucker could jump in. Woody could be there. Laura, Zach Howell's supposed to be my co-host that night. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be cold, but it's going to be a lot of fun.
It'll be okay. The fun will overload the cold.
Oh, yeah. It always does there. We made it through last year, had about 8 inches of snow on the ground, negative temperatures,
Yeah, it's not going to be that bad.
No, not at all. But I kind of wanted to get your thoughts on a couple of these classes. I figured I'd throw them at you.
Okay, go ahead.
The ones that you've seen before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the light pros, the 4-1s and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I'm going to throw light limited at you just because.
That one.
I got you.
Yeah, I was debating on making my picks for it, but
yeah,
I kind of hated it.
Last night we did the pulling fantasy league that Gordon Cox has going.
Okay.
Picked 3 of the 5 class winners last night.
Huh. Do you have the list? Are you going to pull the list up, or you want me to look it up?
I've got it. I'm trying to zoom in on it so your eyes can see it.
Okay.
Bless your heart.
I'm not that bad off.
Hey, it's the one show of the year that we can drag you out of the woodworks for,
Well, let's not and say we did.
All right, here we go.
Here to back me up. Okay, so let's look here.
This is flight number 1 of Light Pro, keep in mind.
Crap. This one is tough. Let's look. Let's go with About Time.
Steph Bamville?
No, yeah. And then
no, I'm going to take a line out of Wyatt's on this one. I'll take Jeremy Plotz.
Fair enough. So Light Limiteds is to my knowledge, we would definitely call that a gauntlet. Good Lord Almighty.
We thought that Ship Shawana was something. Oh no.
Lord.
The Light Limited Super guys got together and was like, "Oh, we'll show you guys. Do you guys think you got a good one in Ship Shawana?" I don't think so.
And the track is one of those things that you have to consider a lot with too.
Yeah, so Tucker's getting to put his glue in there. So Tucker's glue, you better have your front end weight.
Yeah. Just based off of personal experience, I'm gonna have to go with Adam Wright with the Dark Fired Express.
Ooh, I like it.
And really, honestly, again, personal experience. Close second would have to be Richard Taylor.
Yeah,
always.
So you see that number 1 tractor up there, the Bad Idea?
Yep.
Yeah, that tractor's kind of good. Both times I saw them run this summer, they swept the 2 nights or the 4 nights that I saw them run.
Okay.
Oh,
well,
yeah. Hayden Otto's in here. Zach Howe. Gosh, we know the success he had in Shipshewana. Folks is here with Walking Tall.
You got the Wheelers.
Wyatt Robinson. Last year's winner, Cody Wheeler. Brent Schubert. Jerry Sipes. I mean, geez Louise.
Another gauntlet.
Oh, yeah. This isn't even the 6250 class that Motorsports Almanac's sponsoring. Broke that up, and they broke that into 2 flights this year. So, hang on. Let me get flight number 1 up.
Which one is ours?
6250.
Well, which flight are we? Both. Of them or just one?
Yeah, once you're a class sponsor, you're a class sponsor. It doesn't matter how many flights there are.
Crap. All right, give me Shingleton.
Which one?
Dark Horse. Or no, not Dark Horse. Semper Fi. Semper Fi.
Yeah. Now I have to pick somebody different.
Correct.
Give me Jerry Sipes. He kind of carried the Kentucky banner up there in Shipshewana last year.
Fair enough.
He got third in 6250s. All right, flight number 2 of 6250.
So you can't go first on this one? I think you can.
I don't think so. Nick Harrell's in there from Morrison.
Yeah, I know. I know. I see.
Schubert's there. Folks is there.
We have Adam.
Rose. This one. Hayden Otto's in this one.
Yeah. No, I see it.
Michael Rose.
I see it all. Good Lord.
Oh, boy.
What a heck of a class. Good Lord.
I think Tugger just was like, we're just going to stick flight 2 with everybody else.
Yeah, no, this is.
Oh, yeah, that Kentucky Sled Hunter, I think that's supposed to be Kentucky Gambler, unless he's bringing the Kentucky Sled Hunter, and I don't know it.
I'm curious now.
Yeah, Skylar Smith out of Bell, Missouri. That's not a new tractor, but it's a new setup. So
yeah, I'll switch it up this go around. We'll go with Michael Rose.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oof.
That leaves the door wide open for you.
God, yeah, I know, but
there's only about 5 people trying to squeeze through it at once.
God, no. There's going to be more than 5. Oh, boy. Let's see here. Let's see. That one's new. Oh, yeah. We're going to release... we're going to have a teaser video for that one on Wednesday. Wednesday afternoon before we go live, actually.
Yeah.
I know too many people on this list. This is a problem because I've all seen them have success.
Well, please take your time.
Zach Al. I think he'll learn from the 6,500.
Yeah.
But the way Adam ran last night.
Yeah. See, I know. That's
another thing that's playing into my mind right now. I was like, well, they ran good last night. What are they going to do?
I know.
Yeah,
it's a toss-up.
Let's
flip a quarter.
Let's look at 4-1s real fast.
Go ahead and stay on the Super Farms.
Yeah, you can stay on there for a minute if you want to. Good luck.
Yeah, I will take Mr. Josh Miley. That was pretty easy.
Give me Fritz.
That was fair enough.
Fritz.
Fair enough.
You got a bunch of California guys this time, too.
Yeah.
Kyle Brock, he's coming. Brent Champaneri, Josh Miley, the Perrys.
Trip Downing.
He's from Wisconsin.
Yeah.
All right, here's Flight 2 light pros on here too. Friday night's going to be a lot of fun if you can't tell.
Yeah, no, I see that. So with Trent Grimes, did they not just redo theirs? Am I wrong?
They are the one and only component that's going to be running Midwest Winter Nationals.
Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure I saw a video rolling out and it was just straight sheet metal.
Yeah.
Well, just seeing the top portion of the limited pros is scary.
Come on.
I mean, you're making me go first there again.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
look, you're either going to go to Pennsylvania, Virginia, Ohio, or Indiana or Missouri.
Yeah, I know. I see that. Let's go with Luke Ross.
Okay. Give me Michelocci and Demented.
Fair enough.
You left the door wide open for that.
I mean, it was another toss-up. Yeah, no, that's scary enough for me.
What, the 4 1s?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty rough. A lot of names that we're going to be seeing in February.
Oh, I know.
Let's go down the list. And I think I'm going to go with Mike Bausma.
That's a good pick. But, no. Right, Brian Schmidt, Warsville. For me, it's between Debisseray, Myers, Halicki, and Bausma's.
Yeah, well, I've already got one Bausma. So.
Yeah. No, give me Dean. No, give me Josh Dutton. Give me Josh Dutton.
Okay, fair enough. And that's hook order, is it not?
Yes, this is the lineup, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We will have test passes. I think test passes are scheduled to start at 6 p.m. Eastern time. So you can watch those. I think he's going to do it for free again this time. All you do, go up here to the live stream tab. Okay, maybe not that one. Go 2025 live stream access here on the homepage. Yep. It'll take you through all of this, and obviously, it gives you all the instructions. Wednesday night test passes, they are free, so you can watch them anytime you want. They're supposed to start at 6 p.m. Eastern time, so that's 5 p.m. Central time.
Yep.
But we will get rolling. I think we're gonna have about 20 hooks, and then as soon as those test passes are done, we're gonna hit the ground running with our show and make a fun little announcement there. But I think the live streams are $25, $40 a shot.
And then you have the pass.
Yeah, and the weekend pass itself is $250 for the weekend.
Yep.
So $250 divided by 6. It's cheaper to get the full pass.
Oh, I figured.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it's going to be a great show. We've got the 5-0 Pros on Saturday night. It's a Saturday night special. Let's see who all's in that one. I mean, there you can see all the finals for Saturday night. But yeah, you notice that first name that's going to be doing double duty.
Yep.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun one.
It's still interesting to see the couches go 5-0.
Can I ask you why?
I just think it's interesting.
I'm generally curious as to why.
I mean, it seems as if the 5.0 is a growing class, yes, but why go down to 5.0?
Honestly, probably because ITPA adapted it, and that's where they like to run most of the time anyway.
Fair enough.
But I mean, Mid-South has booked that class more this coming year.
Yeah,
and Region 2 in Indiana and everything has booked it more too.
That is true. That's why I'm saying it's a growing class.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I cannot make that do right to where I can look at all the names that are underneath there. But I think there's 14 or 15 really good running tractors. Bowsman's are bringing their 5.0s. Marty Quigley, it's a great tractor out of Ohio. Matt Crow. That's actually going to be Matt's debut driving that tractor. The Horsemeyer's debut, that thing in, I think it was Pinckneyville this summer. And it did really well. Dan Parkinson, Last Straw, Ken Couch, Chris Couch, Chris Kane, Hayden Arnold, Adam Kazuzik, Tim Kane, Mark Lawyer.
I mean, and there's
Hayden Arnold's down underneath there, and then I think the other one's Brad Begman, Change of Pace.
Yeah, there's your Tim Kane that you'll be seeing in February as well.
Yeah.
Switching it up.
I disagree with that, but whatever.
Can't afford it, don't build it.
I completely disagree with that thing. Because you obviously have to build it to run it. Like, come on now.
Well, it still costs to go around.
Well, exactly.
But yeah, there's that.
And who says that they can't? Who says that they just don't have the time to go do it? So, anyway, y'all, that was our just quick overview of Midwest Winter Nationals and the National Farm Machinery Show lists. We will see you guys next Wednesday. And make sure you tune in for that announcement because it's going to be a lot of fun and something that I've been working really hard on so far. So we will see y'all next week.